go. You can take this off. We just increased the seconds. So you can see there's a big hole here.
Okay.
So unfortunately, I mean, it's not the best angle. We probably do a bit better with the angle of the X-ray, but I can see what I want to see here. That tooth, unfortunately, is going to have to come out.
How's he doing, do you think?
Yep, he's doing very well. He's lovely and stable, and he's had a nice local anaesthetic nerve block as well. So when we remove the carnassial tooth, there'll be no discomfort or anything, and it will also last him through the post-operative period. So he'll be remaining comfortable at home as well for a while.
Oh, good.
So this is just how you sharpen your dental equipment. Just do this every day. Because this needs to be as sharp as a blade, basically.
Ah.
Just have a little angle, and just do this a few times. It's like sharpening a knife.
Hmm.
Oh, it's already a bit better.
So why have you sharpened it so sharp?
Just so you can cut the periodontal ligament. So that is basically a ligament that holds the tooth underneath the gum. Actually cutting the periodontal ligament, you can see how the gum is being loosened.
Yeah.
So that you don't apply too much force. If you've got sharp tools, you can imagine you don't need to apply as much force. Same thing like applies to if you've got a knife and you're trying to cut through something. You want it to be sharp. It also results in like better tissue handling, so you're not going to damage the tissue by using too much force.
Wow.
So here we go. This is working really nicely. Just loosening that gum up a little bit so you can see what's going on there. I'm just going to cut into it a bit so that we can make a flap. So we're going to go just cranial to it, just do a section here. I've done a really nice nerve block here, so it shouldn't be too painful.
You won't feel this at all.
Okay, and we're just going to extend the flap behind it. Nice and wide on the side.
And am I right in thinking that this tooth has three roots?
3 roots, yeah. This is a 3-rooted tooth. Just going to loosen that off there. You can see that it is lifting up really nicely.
So doing really, really well. Respiration's good.
So yeah, respirations are nice and regular. He's doing well. His heart rate has just come down a little bit, so we're just going to reduce our isoflurane anaesthetic gas. So he's now on only 0.5, so just a small amount. And his temperature is pretty good for how long he's been under his anaesthetic. We're doing well.
There we go. So we've made a nice little flap, and you can see the roots really nicely. Wow. Okay. So I'm just going to use a drill, and we're just going to get rid of some of this periodontal bone here. I'm just going to shave that off, and we're going to chop the tooth up. So we need to section it so we can get each root out. Okay. Okay, so kind of like colouring in.
So you're just throwing away the gum that surrounds that tooth?
It's bone. It's not gum. It's bone. Yeah. So you can see the tooth is actually more like a creamy colour, and this is kind of like a pinky colour.
Yeah.
So as I'm burring away, your actual tooth becomes more exposed. So you can see that. You see the difference in colour there. It's very subtle, but you can see. I'm just burring some of this away so you can get to the root. I'm just going to extend this flap a bit more so that I can see a bit better. You can see that big hole that's in there.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, that's all the way through there. That's basically what we're going to do, very gently. We're just gently going to move this gum out of the way so that we don't destroy the flap, because we need this flap to close with afterwards. There we go. Just so we can see really nicely. There we are.
And he has that nerve blocker on board, so this should not be being felt at all. Not feeling this.
No, his anaesthetic is nice and stable. Okay, bit of bleeding is normal. Here we go. The tooth up. Fixing it. Two on that side. We're going to do one more cut. Okay, and then we need to cut this into two. You don't want to apply too much pressure. You always put your finger over the end of your elevator because things can slip. So if it does slip, it's not going to go into the animal's gum and cause more damage. So that bleeding is really good, and what I'm doing is I'm just applying a little bit of pressure, and when it bleeds it means that the periodontal ligament is actually loosening. So a little bit of bleeding is actually a good sign because you are loosening things. So just hold that there.
You have to be very delicate, really.
You have to be delicate but firm, and there's a certain amount of patience. You can see there's a little bit of movement there with that tooth that I'm creating it.
Yeah.
You just don't want to rush dentals. So we've just gotten to the point where there's quite a lot of laxity there. I might be able to actually just pull that guy out. And we managed to loosen this guy at the back as well. Also got a decent amount of movement in here. I'm going to go ahead and give that first root a go, see if we can pull it out. And then the bleeding is. Let's see if we can pull this guy out. Ready? Oh, he's still quite in there. Just loosening him up a little bit. So there we are, that's looking really nice there.
You can actually
Yeah,
see
so I'll
the
just
channel.
go. So this is the channel that the tooth was lying in, and we're just going to shave this down and make sure that it's not too sharp. So we're just going to give it a little wiggle. It feels nice and loose. Here we are.
Oh,
The whole root.
there's the other little bit.
Yes, all shiny teeth. Beautiful. Looks very good.
How did it all go?
It's perfect, thank you.
And you were just mentioning about the savings that you made.
Yeah, massive saving, £500.
Wonderful. You can spend that on yourself now.
Yeah, very pleased with the service.
Wonderful.
Everybody was swarming.
Wonderful. You take care and best of luck with the dogs.
Okay,
We'll see you soon. All right, take care. Bye.
Please feel free to call the Noah's Ark team for any type of support that you might need. We have a state-of-the-art facility set in 55 acres. We also have paddocks that clients can use for running their dogs. And due to our sort of historic ability to handle the more powerful working dogs, we specialize in that aspect.